aka Spiffy with PBZ Airsoft. Today's episode, we're going to do a little bit of talking about some Speed QB as we're getting prepared for round one of the Speed QB East Coast Regionals at Nashville Airsoft this weekend. So, yeah. I'll pass it over to whoever wants to open up the discussion about Speed QB stuff.
I see you shaking your head, E. He just got him big ol' eyes, just like, nah, bro, not me. Just don't say me. Let me turn my camera off and mute. So what do we say? Something about decision making? Is that what you said a minute ago?
Yeah. I know. Like, especially from this last weekend, we went down and did some scrimmaging in the downtime between open play games. There's a lot of times whenever we're all playing together where the decisions we make on, when to peek, who to shoot at, stuff like that, I think that can be refined down to a more technical and precise who to shoot at way of winning a round. Like, there was a couple times where we would be up on the man advantage and, like, say it was like a 2-on-1 where our team is up 2-1.
Yeah.
We've got 30 seconds. We don't have to push the flag. We don't have to. We just got, because the way the point system works and the rounds are based on points. You want to play back and play defensive, and as long as that one guy who's left doesn't touch the flag, you win the round because you've got more kills.
Yes.
So just knowing the count like that and that kind of stuff is important. There's other time, like one thing I was thinking about today was like, if we're off the breakout. The two guys on the Doritos, most of the time your gunfight is with your cross Dorito. Most of the time your gunfight's not straight down, it's the cross Dorito, because that's the one who can catch you slipping the most.
Agreed.
So you try to get that guy out. And the home player, most of the time, at least from my experience on being on home, you don't shoot at the other home player either. You pick a Dorito and get that guy out first.
Yeah.
So, what I'm thinking is, just a thought process of whichever Dorito player on our side, say, for example, we got Esmond on home, Steve on the right Dorito, and Tristan on the left Dorito. We come off the breakout, all three of you stay up. Steve's going to be shooting the left Dorito on the other side, and Tristan's going to be shooting the right Dorito on the other side, and Esmond's going to get to pick one. So really, whichever one you do, Tristan's going to pin him from the inside. Esmond's also going to shoot it. Say Esmond shoots at the right Dorito with Tristan. When he pins him on the inside, so he can't peek inside to look down, cross, Steve on the other Dorito can either make the decision to keep shooting the cross with the left Dorito or peek the outside and wait for that guy to peek. Otherwise, that guy's just cut off. Now, the only bad thing about that is then you're leaving your whole left side susceptible to do whatever they want.
Mm-hmm.
But I think we need to find out some kind of way for us to know when one person is shooting at something, what do you need to do to get that guy out? Work together to get one person out without giving up too much to put yourself out from the other people on the other team. Because, if you've got 2 or 3 people on the back line working on getting one guy out, that gives you a lot of, like I said, work together to get the kill. And the more... I don't know. There's got to be something. It's just kind of a random thought that crossed my mind. I was like trying to think about refining the process of putting people out.
Well, another thing to do whenever you're on the back line is if you all are on one target too, especially if on the snake side, that gives your person who's on the front line a big open chance to push up, because that person's not going to peek when there's BBs fucking everywhere. You can't peek.
Yeah, that's another big thing is if you're putting pressure on the guy that's behind Snake. And like say on the breakout, Esmond or whoever goes behind the Snake Dorito kills the Snake player on the breakout, which I think is a good likelihood on this field. It's if you are somewhat accurate and the ref is watching closely, you can hit them in the back. The problem with the scrimmages was you would get hit in the backpack and you wouldn't feel it and wouldn't call it. When you got refs watching you, that's gonna be different. So you kill that player. If you put 2 of your backline players shooting on the Dorito behind Snake, that lets that lets your snake player, go all the way up the snake, almost to snake 3, sometimes just to snake 2. But if you get the snake player to snake 2, you can shoot the cross to the castle, you can shoot the cross to the left Dorito, or whatever side you're on. He can shoot the cross Dorito on D side instead of snake side. And that puts you to where you've just got home and back Dorito, just off your snake player getting up the snake. I think that needs to be like the number one priority of almost every game, is keeping the snake player alive and getting them up the snake.
But that's everybody else's game plan as well.
I know.
Yeah, I mean, we got to be 100% with ourselves. Snake is overpowered. You get one person to be able to get all 3 positions on Snake, that's game. That's wrap. And especially if you got somebody who's accurate and sneaky with it, they can honestly wrap up the game in minutes.
Yeah, it's a deadly position.
We played and
the other thing is like, once you get one person up the snake and they're on snake 2, there's a good chance that me being on the middle player, if I stack up on home with Esmond and we got 4 on the back line and 1 going up the snake, good chance I'm going right up behind him in the snake.
Oh, yeah. I mean, you just play leapfrog from there. One of you move up from there.
It's entirely a game of leapfrog.
Yeah.
And completely outsmarting the other player. I mean, that's literally... And these are decisions that are being made that fast. Sometimes it's a wrong decision, but it has to be made extremely quick.
I'll give props to Brady. He had a pretty good last-second decision on me. Me and him had a 1v1 at scrims. I started out on the left Dorito on our side, and he was on the left Dorito on their side. So we were shooting, same Dorito from each other. I slowly crept around and got from left Dorito to home to right Dorito, and then I went up from the right Dorito to the castle. And whenever I got to the castle, I got around the outside of the castle and shot him on the inside of their Dorito. Whenever I pinned him back, I tried to go up the field and move some more, and I couldn't see the outside of his Dorito. So him knowing I was the only gun left on the field on my side, Brady came around the other side of his Dorito, which would be the outside, and shot across the front of it to me. Because whenever I came out from behind the castle, I was fully dedicated to moving and had my gun down like an idiot, and I got peppered. That's just good play. You move to the line of sight where they can't see you and put your gun on them.
Yeah, that's Brady was
sometimes being patient and not being the guy who shoots and moves pays off. That's the thing. You got to switch it up. You can't be a one trick pony.
Oh no, you can't. Like our scrimmages this weekend, I was playing positions that I normally don't play.
Me neither.
Like I was playing forward. I went for the flag 2 or 3 different times. I got it. It was different, and just in like that what if scenario, it's 3v3, or 3v3, back lines up, and we got 30 seconds left on the clock, 3rd round, and we're tied up. Somebody has to make the play to go for the flag.
Yep.
And now I've done it. I'm comfortable enough to do it and get there and know what to do from that position.
That's another big thing, is not even decision making in game, but decision making pre-game, before the game starts.
Oh yeah.
Because if we're going into the 3rd round and we know that they're playing super slow, super defensive, we'll do the same thing but sacrifice one guy on the flag.
Mm-hmm.
And I would be perfectly fine with getting the patience to be. I would go all the way to the flag, get it, and just sit on the X. Like I've told y'all, as long as you've got one person on your team alive, doesn't matter if you kill any of them. You got one person alive, and you get the first flag grab, you win the round.
Yeah.
Now, if you get kills, that makes it even better. But as long as there's one person alive, and you have the first flag grab, you're winning the round. As long as they don't hang it, obviously if you got the first flag grab and there's one person alive, they're probably not going to hang it. But if you retain the flag and had it first for the entire round and one person's alive, you win the round.
Yeah.
That's just how the points work.
And I guess us going into it first time, we never seen it that way. We seen it as, fuck, we got to grab the flag and hang it every time.
Yeah.
And I guess that's kind of where we made a few mistakes in the beginning. But now that we've sit back and looked at videos and looked at the rules, and we were like, yeah, if we get the flag first and just hold on to it and let them, dummy rush us, let them make the mistakes.
Yep.
I mean, the back line.
you put the pressure, you put the ball in their court when you do that. When you get the first flag grab, ball's in their court. You're sitting there waiting on them to make the mistake because you've got all the power in your hand when you get that first flag grab.
Yeah.
I admit for me too, being on that very first one, but we all know we walked into that not knowing what the hell we was doing. I think we did rather well for not knowing what the hell we was doing, other than knowing how to sling some plastic. But genuinely, that's why this last scrimmage, I tried to move around a whole lot more, bounce from Dorito to home to try to push up to X, things like that, move the castle, and actually was very beneficial for me and made me feel a little bit more comfortable, opposed to just holding that Dorito down, like that Dorito, I like playing King of the Hill with the fucking Dorito. Like, that really, I knew I was slipping on that. That's what I said to y'all last time. I was like, man, I need to move more. So I did. I started moving a little bit more, and it's a hell of a risk to jump from home to there real quick. But I think it's a risk that has to be made sometimes. I mean, I don't know. It pays off, man. But
It does.
It pays off a lot.
Go ahead, Esmond.
Like I was about to say, like our scrimmage last time, and it was me and you versus like what was it, 3 of them, 4 of them. I mean, we got beat. Don't get it wrong, but it was a simple fact of us. We were both at home, and as soon as we see an open window, we both made the decision of split up. You went to left Dorito, I went to right Dorito.
It was in sync too, bro. When I see
yeah, like it was in sync. It wasn't like we said anything to each other. Like we can show the video. We both are not paying attention to each other, and immediately you just see both of us just
split
opposite directions. It's stuff like that in game that just is different.
Yeah, Houdini. By the way, man, what's up, Houdini? We super pumped about having you on here tomorrow night. Him and Casey are in the YouTube chat in a little bit. He made a comment, said not to mention getting the flag can cause other teams to panic and make mistakes. Absolutely. Once they know you got it, they want it back. It puts a lot of pressure on them.
That's what Team B needs. We need somebody that can get to the flag.
Yes, he tries.
Y'all got a solid back line, for sure.
I was complimenting you earlier, Brady. I think that play you made in our little 1v1 was probably one of the better plays I've seen out of anybody in SpeedQB in a while. Whenever I was on the castle and you were on your right Dorito and I was on that castle and I peeked around the outside and you weren't on the inside anymore, you came around the outside and were shooting across the front. That was spicy.
Yeah, it's you can do it from the opposite side too, from Brady's left side at that point.
Right.
Which I almost got shot there a few times because you can really see it peek through. But they got to fix that error of the shadow. I don't know. Houdini probably knows what I'm talking about, that shadow.
I'll say, whenever I play on red side and I'm on the castle, Bobby, I can see every little movement you make on that back Dorito. On that
telling you can see your entire shadow. You can see your entire shadow.
They got to fix that.
When we played Rev on that last tournament, I could see him. Is it Kuhn that plays that side? I could see his every move. I knew exactly when he was going to peek.
Houdini says Snake can be OP, but when it comes down to it, anchors to me are the most important. Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely, you can't. Your Snake player doesn't shine unless you got a really good back line. I mean, you get 2 frontline players, and that's the only 2 you got left, and you're pretty well boned. I mean, it's hard to make any moves out of the front. The shadow's atrocious. Yeah.
I mean, and I'm assuming this. Maybe that's why they're starting us at 5 o'clock. You know,
we played in the middle of the day and there was still shadow.
There was still shadow.
It's just because of that skylight. I mean,
they need to block that thing.
If you had another light pointing from the opposite direction, it would help.
Yeah.
If there was one 10 foot to the left of it, it would portray light and kind of kill that shadow a little bit.
That's so unfair.
It is a huge disadvantage. I mean, the scrimmage, I know it was out of line, but from that left Dorito too, shooting down left lane, you had that castle pushed out, so all you could hit was the castle the entire time.
Yeah.
You had to really lean out there, and then it exposed yourself exactly what Brady and Mason was talking about. The right side Dorito could catch you on that left side of that Dorito on the opposite corner when you leaned out to try to catch the other one. So hopefully they
Yeah.
have that fixed back in line.
I don't like how they have that offset. I do not like that.
Yeah.
I really hope the L gets turned back to a V because that
It was
L is
unusual.
just hard to play. I mean,
You could
the only way you can play it is if you get there later on in the round after the back left Dorito or the back cross Dorito is dead, because you can get behind it all you want, but you can't get close enough to it
You're
where you're not going
exposed.
to get shot in the butt by that player.
You're overly
And the
exposed.
thing is, they don't even have to reach to shoot you. They can literally just tuck up behind the Dorito, and your backpack and your butt are just going to get waylaid. So, I don't know.
Maybe like I said, maybe whenever we went down there, they changed the field around just for the simple fact of what we were doing was trying to practice, and so that whenever the tournament turns around, everything's different.
I think
Because I'm not gonna lie, the first time we went down there, the field looked one way at the walkthrough at what 5 o'clock, 6
Yeah.
6 o'clock, and then when we went out there back at 7,
they moved a little
the
bit.
field looked completely different. So
We'll see.
maybe they'll change it.
I know I'm thinking about going back to being stockless for at least the practice we get beforehand. I'm going to try it again, see. I don't know, just playing around that castle, I think I want to go back to being stockless to suck up tighter.
Probably a good
Try
idea.
it.
You seen how short my M4s has gotten here recently?
Yeah, that stock is so freaking short.
Houdini asked if we got a peek at the HTK field. Yeah, I saw that video of the Joker.
Yeah.
posted. Hey, that thing's slick, bro. That floor looks nice.
fly
I
from
can't
one
wait to
side
play
to
on
the
it.
Oh my god!
Oh my
all
God.
it is a basketball court. I'm telling
No,
you, all
no,
it.
it is a basketball court.
Yes, that's all it is.
I've laid that floor before. I know what that was.
And the sliding game,
No.
Hopefully.
ridiculous.
Hopefully.
No, there's no hope. We'll see it in round 3.
I hadn't seen anybody sliding on that stuff, though. I mean, think of some basketball courts. I mean, just your shoes alone can really, like, streak and stuff. That's
Well, that was because
so what I'm kind of wondering what they got on. I ain't seen out of Demo's video of it and that one. I didn't see anyone sliding like that.
I
Actually,
saw people
Demo's
head first sliding
I didn't see
or
it.
diving.
He said, "Bro, what did you say? Bro, slide for days." Yes. Even in Demo's video, there's a third-person view of Demo belly sliding against the floor, and he gets some distance out of it. Like he goes from
Possible.
starting to like halfway to X.
We'll see. I ain't touched the floor. I don't know. I'm just thinking of like a basketball court, like in high school. Like you want to stop real quick with your shoes. If that thing's not dusty and it's clean,
That's probably
you're gonna grip.
That's probably a different kind of polish too.
So I'm kind of wondering
Yeah.
what polish is on it. Like, I mean, just thinking of that with basketball shoes. So how much would you?
Trust it.
I ain't seen it. I don't know.
Excited to get to play on it one day.
I mean,
Hopefully in a month.
Right.
Hopefully.
shit. That's yeah.
Gotta be a month. That's crazy to think about. I feel like that's still something to say. That's crazy to think about. Is we're seriously sitting here talking about our very first East Coast regionals.
Yeah,
I know.
it's exciting. The
I never thought
growth
I'd be
of
doing
Speed
this.
QB. The growth of Speed QB is pretty exciting.
Quick too. It feels like weeks ago that we were sitting here talking about, hey guys, when are they going to build
When's
out?
East Coast gonna get some love?
Right. Like when is East Coast going to get our own tournament? When is
Yeah, you heard it here first. No.
D3 to pro? Like, what is that series of stuff is going to happen? And literally, this is it. I mean, it's not it, but this is the baby steps to begin it.
Yeah, I hope that one day that Speed QB can become something similar to NXL paintball. Just having an actual formal league. Get some commentators with good coverage. Man, it would be awesome. That'd be awesome. Not that I don't know. I don't know that if I'd be good enough to be NXL paintball level airsoft player, but that'd still be cool to see the sport get that.
I mean,
Get that love. I mean,
Why not?
Go ahead, Steve.
I was gonna say just push for it. Why not? I mean, it ain't out of the realm of possibilities, Mason. Believe that.
Oh yeah. Oh, nothing's impossible.
I mean, like, look at the what am I thinking of? 2021 Olympics. Freaking
BMX.
no one ever thought that skateboarding would be in the Olympics.
I know, right?
It's in the Olympics now.
And speaking of which, did y'all see that thing about the 400-meter hurdles? This is kind of off topic, but it's cool as Christmas. All right. So the guy who got first in the 400-meter hurdles this year was the first person in history to run under 46 seconds. The previous record was like a 47.62. All right. At the beginning of this year, it was 47.62, and then earlier this year, a guy broke it with like a 47.5. And then, it was 46.7. My bad, I got my numbers mixed up. So 46.7, and then the guy broke it with a 46.5. So the guy that got first this year in the 400-meter hurdles ran a 45.9 and got first, which is obviously a new world record, first one under 46 seconds. This guy who got second broke the previous world record from earlier this year with a 46.1, and then the other guy ran another 46.7 in third. So all top three finishers in the 400-meter hurdles broke the world record from the beginning of this year. Imagine breaking a world record by half a second and still getting a silver medal.
I'd be salty.
I would too. Like the video I saw about it, he said, "Man, if I blew the world record out by half a second and got a silver medal, I'd go home and lock my door and not come out till next Easter. I'm not even lying." Anyways, that's my little tidbit for the podcast. You can shoot for the stars, but no matter what, there's always going to be somebody else pushing. So crazy, man. That's just crazy.
I'd be sick. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'd be sick. Half a second broke the world record, but still getting a silver medal.
Yeah, no shot.
So wait, you're saying the guy who broke it, who set the record, he wouldn't even medal this year. He wouldn't even been on the podium. Exactly. He wouldn't even been on the podium.
Yes. He set the record in 1992. It's been the record for almost 20 years. Or 30 years, I mean. That's crazy. And he wouldn't have even podiumed.
I know
Casey said they might be as salty as me finding out two new P90s are out there.
Him and P90s.
I know that man's somewhere cussing, either in his grave or at a retirement home, but he's somewhere cussing.
Man. So back to Speed QB and not the Olympics.
Right? Oof. Olympics. Distracting. All right, let's go ahead and get the P90 conversation out of the way, because
Casey's gonna go on the P90 tangent.
Yeah. All right. So for everybody who hasn't known, there's a new P90 out there that is
two new P90s.
There's two new P. We're talking about one because that's all I can handle. I can only handle one P90 a month. Besides Casey, I'm pretty sure I can speak for everyone or speak for myself. I hate P90s.
Yeah, I don't like them.
Like.
Yeah, Houdini said the Novrich one, though. I kind of agree. The Novrich one's kind of...
I haven't seen the Novrich one.
Yeah, it's a new, SSG94 or something like that? I don't know.
Casey said, he said, well, pro airsoft drug test. I don't know. It's up to you, Case.
I still don't understand how the skateboarders pass the drug test in the Olympics, Moms.
Well, hey, that's the reason we didn't get a gold, is because they sent off the ones who would pass the drug test. Just kidding. Shout out my boy Nigel Houston.
Word.
He said, I'm an MP7 guy.
When I skated years ago, he was a kid with dreadlocks, man. He was so little.
Yeah, dude.
Now he's a monster. Hell, he was a monster when he was a kid, but... I've been a Mike Moe fan myself. I like his style. Mike Moe's a beast.
Now, Houdini said, I'm an MP7 guy. I can get behind that. MP7s, I can get behind. I don't know, it's just the P90. It's the whole loading it from the top ordeal.
Man, I don't even want to know what a version 6 gearbox looks like. I just don't even want to know.
Oh, have you seen the gearbox of it? It's
No, I
weird.
haven't.
I would crack it open
motor
and
is
then just start
horizontal.
crying.
No amount of money on this fucking planet will make me want to open that up and look at it.
I would cry.
No amount of money on this planet.
I couldn't do it. I don't know how Casey did it. Burgess.
Look up the gearbox. It's weird.
Casey said they suck,
They
Mason. Yeah. Yeah.
I couldn't do it. Like you would. Just thinking about it makes me sick. Hell, think about the first time you cracked open an M4 Virgin 2 gearbox.
I had
Very
stuff
first
shooting
time.
everywhere.
Yeah, about sprung everywhere, that spring unit.
Yeah.
It's like a bomb. You don't open it just right.
Yeah.
Well, mine was so cheap it didn't even have the gears weren't even shimmed. Like
Everybody's favorite.
I was like, man, there's nothing in here.
I had a pretty good experience my first one because I had a G&G combat machine, and it was all right.
That's a Virgin 6 gearbox? Nope, I couldn't do it. I'm looking at one right now.
All love for G&G, man. They make some excellent products. Excellent products.
I love my stock G&G SSG1.
SSG1, man.
ARP9.
PCC, PCC 9.
The UVT 106 Tracer.
Oh, yeah. Shout out to that. Big love, because that's definitely what I'm rocking on the F2 is the UVT 106.
For sure.
Like,
Walking into my gun too. For sure.
Yeah,
Right.
I think the design of the UVT where you don't have to take anything off to charge it. You don't have to. It's got a perfect on switch. It's not some button with a blinking light. I really like that.
Yeah, I wish my
Yeah,
Ace Tech had
efficient.
that on and off.
I got to take mine off to turn
Houdini says I'll have to find it, but there is a new line of gearbox out and it's revolutionary.
trust it. It's not a version 2, I don't want it.
I mean, there's the version 2.5 made by KWA. It's not much different.
And I've never owned a KWA gun, but everybody talks about how all their mags, you got to have the KWA mags, and it just seems kind of finicky. I mean, I know they make good products, it would just annoy me.
Yeah. Shoot. We got a buddy. A guy who plays on ACS. At ACS. And he has a KWA. I want to say, I can't think of it right now. But he, all he carries is KWA mags.
Houdini says, is that pronounced Chia? CHEA? It's the size of your palm?
What?
What?
You speak in different languages.
It is a small gearbox because it's about the size of my hand, like a whole V2 gearbox.
You got a link to it, Houdini?
Yeah, send us a link because I'm curious.
Is it a?
Houdini is it a HPA engine, Ellen?
We got to get Casey in. He's got to get it HPA. Got to.
Yep. And the ARP9.
Yes.
He's got
ARP
to do it.
You got one person in the ARP family still.
The new gearbox is small and will virtually fit any gun.
But how are you gonna make it fit any gun? Like you're gonna have to shim and you have to have everything lined up perfectly.
I'm interested.
I am too.
Is it going to be like a modular gearbox so you can change it out to fit different guns?
If so, that would be dope.
Yeah, I don't know why they just don't do that. Make a modular gearbox that could be...
Universal all the way across the board.
Yeah, you can
Because they make more money making different kinds of gearboxes.
Yeah, no kidding.
I guess.
But like, you know how
That's
dope that would be? Like, now think about it. You know, gun, alright, you trip, fall, break your gun, boom. But you have the parts to put together another gun. And all you gotta do is take out the gearbox and throw it on, throw everything together on the gearbox. Without worrying about, alignment issues or anything else. You can literally boop, 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 a whole new gun ready in moments.
Oh, it'll
Hey,
take
did y'all
me 30
see,
minutes of my grip.
Y'all see the prices on the AirTech Customs carbon fiber uppers?
No, what was the price?
No.
They're they've only got the 128 millimeter inner barrel length option available right now, which it's sold out anyways, but that's the only one on the website. They're $175.
For an upper.
It's all
Yes.
carbon fiber though. It's
Yeah.
light as shit.
And it's exclusively compatible with the Max ME hop up.
Hey.
But it fits like perfectly on G&G guns, I'm pretty sure, because they usually mostly on ARP9 lowers.
Talk about that little hop up right there. This one, this little beauty right.
Like, 4 of us have.
What is 128
Yes,
millimeters in
those little beauties right there.
Like those little beautiful things.
I got the actual
Hey,
Mac
do
version. Y'all got the-
any of you guys? I know we all have the Max, but do any of you guys have an extra one of the cup arms? My camera's over here. The cup arms to go in the Max, because Dad
might.
had it, and
I'm using
And-
mine.
I don't have one, so I have mine R-hopped right now, and I really don't like it.
You don't like our hop?
No, it's so finicky, dude.
If you don't have everything right, R-Hop is not good. Like, you have to have everything perfect.
The inner barrel length, 128 millimeters, is a 5-inch. That's about the same. So, dang man, that'd be light. Also, I saw today on AirTac's Instagram account, they are potentially getting some of the Monk Custom bodies and gearboxes in the States soon.
That'd be dope.
They've
By the-
still got Gorilla FTUs for sale on AirTech Customs as well, $160.
By the way, Red Bull, holler at us, man. I'm just saying.
Desmond, you still got a stupid deal on that Gorilla.
No man, I appreciate that guy.
Houdini says S-hop all day.
Yeah, I got a few
Yeah.
pieces to mine.
I only have the flat hop out of it. I have the curved one in it right now. Look at my bag of goodies.
I'll bring what I got, Mason. It'll be with me.
Alright, I appreciate it.
Mm-hmm.
I have a whole nother hop up you could use. Actually, I have another one.
All right, I just realized this. For the people who don't know what a Gorilla FCU is, it's basically God mode for your HPA guns.
It's that
As
shit.
simple as that. Like, it's like the best parts of an AEG made it with an HPA gun and made Gorilla FCU,
Say they made
You
it
can shoot like
together.
30 rounds a second on semi.
pretty much. Like, binary's a thing, ramping's a thing, everything's controlled through your phone. Like, it's,
It makes people mad.
yes. Yes, this is the true definition of full auto only, pretty much.
Ask the CMO guys about
Ooh.
it. They'll tell you all about it.
Yikes.
They thought I was using one.
Yeah. It's bad. It's down bad.
All of us were.
Man, I really like SEMO, but I just got old fast, man.
Come out of school?
Yeah.
Well, not
The school
no,
was
just
lit.
just the players. The school was lit, but like just the attitude of everybody was just kind of like,
They all hated us.
Yeah, I had a
just thought-
feeling once
stale,
that
man.
one guy commented on my post. He said, "I'm looking forward to shooting y'all." I said, well,
He
we
never
shoot-
responded,
We
did he?
shoot back, bubs. I knew it was going to be a lot of, I don't know.
LSIM-esque players.
Yeah.
Nothing wrong with that. Love my Milsim homies. It's just they.
I should have
You know,
put
it's
all my
kind of
Milson stuff on.
Yeah, but there's some
kind of
asshole
a
Milsim
frequent-
players, just like there is some asshole speed players. Like, some
Yeah.
guys I watch on Instagram, I mean, the speedy boys will run up and shoot you 3 foot from the face, you know what I mean, right in the mask. Uncalled for. I'm just like, dude, it's kind of a dick move. Like, you're trying to flex and you're being
Yeah.
a dick.
I really feel like a lot of people kind of just like branch all speed softers in with Panda, and that's just not the case.
Yeah.
If you don't know who Panda Airsoft is, look them up. You'll understand what I'm talking about in a video, short video, any video on their page, except for the ones from Nashville. The Panda guys at Nashville aren't that bad. I'll say that.
Yeah. Like Casey said, so salty after the Breach game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They were
Two things.
extremely salty.
Yeah, we didn't even get to
Very
play it.
tough.
Like, well, after we breached them, when
We
they was
cleared
trying to
them
breach
out.
us, we didn't get none on the left side.
We
I
breached
will
them
say
in
the-
4 minutes.
The like
Yeah, 4
Milsim
minutes clear.
versus Speedsoft like thing that goes on. I feel like Speedsofters are more often than not welcoming to Milsimmers and don't really care. Like we don't really try to step on their toes, but the Milsim guys are always like trying to start crap. It feels like. Not to generalize Milsim people. I like I said, I can get down for some Milsim. It's just not my
There's-
favorite
and
thing to do.
And there's
It's just
players
like-
like that on both sides of the fence as well. You got
Oh yeah.
And that's
Like
what
most
bothers me.
people.
Like I post my I get mail some guys like talking shit about my Euro grip and stuff, and it's like it's ain't paintball and stuff. Like, dude, but it's not real steel, or you're not Chris Kyle going into Black Hawk
Yeah.
Down movie. Like it doesn't have to be realistic. Like it's airsoft, bro. Like we're shooting plastic at each other. Like I mean, it's okay to.
Hey Houdini, you may have to drop that link in the Discord because I don't know how chat reacts to dropping links in it. I think sometimes it rejects it, but made by Aris, I'll look that up.
Also, Houdini, Gorilla SU is made by. Hold up, I'm trying to pull him up now.
He said that he was in there in the chat and he said gorillas are nice. Yeah, he said the gorilla is fantastic. All right, I found this gearbox he was talking about, the Ares gearbox.
Can you share the screen?
Here, I'll just put the link.
I can't tell you who makes them, but AirTac is a great place to grab them.
I'll put it in the general PBZ. There you go. Esmond went to the wrong thing.
Yeah, I got my screen recording, so
Esmond, you moved to the wrong one. It's in the text channel for general. I can share
Yeah.
screen with you.
yeah, I
Hang on.
can't do that with this because it'll.
Yeah, it'll kick. Yeah,
Well, you can click general, Esmond, on the text channels. You don't have to go to
I mean, they got every
general chat. All right, can y'all see my screen?
Give me a second, it's loading. Yeah, now I can.
All right. I don't know which gearbox it is. I can't go to my. It's over. Hang
They got one for every single gearbox.
on. Houdini said they toxic, mostly the ones on the West Coast. Yeah. I feel like Speedsofters are more diverse. I agree. Yeah. But anyways, there's several gearboxes on here. There's a lot more than gearboxes on here, but
Oh, there's AEGs.
I have one of their
Oh.
cylinders in my Crytek, and that thing's air seal is so good.
Noel said sweet.
Just every gearbox you can think of.
Bro,
small blue one.
Small
This one right here, DBE003.
Scroll up some. No? Good. What about that one in the box?
That's this?
What's that?
That's a trigger board.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Getting a phone call. I'll be right back.
Camera's on, Mason.
there we go. I don't know, man.
Have you seen that sergeant on TikTok? The Marine sergeant, where he's always shaking the Skittles. And that's what you reminded me of, just because he just got like his Skittles every few minutes. It's just like bullshit, just eat some Skittles. That's what you reminded me of right now. Cricket. I'm not ready to play some damn airsoft, boys. Like
I am too.
I'm legit ready to go do this.
All right, I have returned. He said, yeah, or the other one's above it. So these small blue gearboxes.
Dude, I've been dry firing all over the house.
Of course you have.
I got no air.
I'm out of air. I'm out of air.
So out of air.
Yeah.
I'm down bad.
I'm just using the Crytek.
I think I got
I've
a
been prac-
super slow leak in mine somewhere. Because the other day when I got back, I had like 1,000 in it, and then the next day it was broke past 0.
I've been practicing looking around corners at every door I walk into. Like, cause I walk around the house with it, and just every door I just up.
Sweep the house.
I'm bored at the house, especially when I run out of air. I just be like, all right, well, guess it's time to peak.
See, that's a problem me and Bobby don't have. We don't run out of air.
Oh, it must be nice.
We also
Must
don't
be
run out
nice,
of
huh?
Screw that.
Hey, it's all right. We go fill them up. Or correction, most of the time it's Pops that goes and fills them up. So
One of us goes with him most of the time.
Dude,
Nah, I
y'all
wouldn't say
live
most
so
of the time.
close, y'all could just go to
I
their
go
house
to
and
him
get
like a
one.
lot. Most of the times I usually go with him.
shout out to all the local fire departments that are willing to help provide Team PBZ with all of our air needs.
Indeed.
Indubitably.
Indubitably.
Yeah, something like that. Something like that.
And dubla umlingata.
Because
If you've ever
certain
watched,
fields don't
if
give
you've ever
you
watched
free
any
air.
of, if you've ever watched any of Leo Airsoft's videos, you ought to know that the spelling is not in his wheelhouse.
Dude, I've done it several times in my videos. I actually put CC because I'm cutting it somewhere, like cutting how long I want it.
Yeah.
And if you don't click off that video or off that specific bar that you're working on that second, you put CC. And then sometimes, like, I upload a video, I got CC right afterwards. I'm like, shit.
Like, it happens.
Yeah,
Check
just like
out
I
the
didn't catch it.
YouTube vids on the gearbox. All right, I will pull those up.
Yeah, it happens. But hey, it's fine. As long as I can pull the trigger and hit my target, we're all good.
Facts. And I'm used to a phone anyways. It does, like, autocorrect, like, so I'm just over to
Also, I will say I was sleep deprived making that video. I was tired.
I used to do that after Saturday games. I'd come home and start editing for hours, and like I'd eventually come to a point of just like, no, I'm not doing this anymore. Like I might load it on there and just like I'm not doing it right now.
We used to play on Saturday, and then Saturday night there'd be a video. I was like, golly.
Yeah.
Casey says, so guys, any pointers you could give me before Saturday? I feel like I have a lot to improve on with Speed QB.
Don't let me catch that
We
foot,
all have
Casey.
a lot to improve on.
Don't put your ass in the ear, Casey.
I would say, Casey, from one castle player to another, fuck that castle. Either literally get up close to it so close that you could fuck it, or literally just don't go to it. I mean,
Just double
I'm
up
at the
on home.
point. I'm at the point where I'm playing on it and I just can't stand it because I get cross shot on the way there. Can't do anything once I get there because if I literally peek at all, my head's gonna get ripped off by the cross Dorito player.
Said fuck that.
That's
Castle.
why I basically said I am not playing Castle.
I'm either gonna most of the time probably double up on home or slide to the X1 right in front of home.
For that because I love you, Mason. I really do. But as close as I need to get to home, sometimes you're just kind of in the fucking way.
Oh, I know. No, I can't be.
Like I'm not gonna lie. Sometimes I will sit there and look at you, and be like, man, if I push him out in the open, this would be an asshole move.
I also feel like there's something we could do, which is I meant to ask y'all about earlier, is double up on home, and then after like a few seconds, we get some pin pressure down on the right side of the field towards, or whichever one's towards Snake, and then double up on the Snake and go to the V on the inside of Snake to go towards the flag.
I don't discuss it too much. The enemy can watch this.
Oh, I know, but I don't care if they know the game plan. We got so many plays, it ain't gonna matter. Plus, there ain't a whole lot you can do on that field.
It's
Yeah, it's so
I mean,
symmetrical.
there's very little room for experimentation.
yeah. Like
I'd
once
agree
you
with
do one play, it's pretty much been done 50 times after that.
I mean,
Or
I
you
say
just
there's
do it
very
like
little
I do,
room.
just slide into all the cover and just move it.
I will never do on that field, and also it's the riskiest play.
I agree, Houdini. Speed QB is a constant growth. It's hard to just put it into words how to play it. You kind of just got to go do it. I mean, it's.
Yeah. I learned so much from the first time we played.
Yeah.
I mean, like you just gotta keep doing it. And
if you think you're tucked behind cover, tuck some more because you're probably not. That's another big thing.
Like whenever I was shooting Braden in the foot, I put like a whole mag in his foot.
Yeah.
He's got them hooves on, so.
Yeah, bro. I put a whole mag in his foot and he never felt it.
I was gonna say, Casey, what I was talking about that one day, instead of actually sitting all the way down like that, where you had your feet peeking, and I was able to get them standing on your feet, actually standing but crouching down, just tucking in as much as you can. Plus, you're already on your feet to move if you have to, opposed to trying to get up.
I'll pass what Joey said to most of us when we had practices out at the house was, you want to whichever side you're peeking on, or the side you're going to be peeking on the most, because I know sometimes it's not easy to change your footing without getting shot. You want the leg, you want your outside, whichever side you're peeking, the outside knee to be up, and you can draw a line from elbow to knee, and just use that in the crouch position, because you don't want to. Sometimes being on both feet is beneficial, but you also don't want to do that and lose your balance and fall out. Or chicken wing your legs, because if you're trying to get close enough to the piece of cover, you sometimes chicken wing your legs out and your knees are going to get shot. It's really just finding what's comfortable for you and exploiting it to the best ability to kill other people. Because I know a lot of people last tournament weren't doing what I was doing and sliding up to that V, and that threw a lot of people off, which sadly is no longer, but live and you learn.
We can work on it Saturday morning, Casey.
Yeah, Casey, you're a lot farther ahead than any of us were on our first tournament, and we did all right then. So just try your hardest. That's all you can do.
Believe that.
Right, that is 100%. And always bring your backup gun for anybody.
Yeah.
Always bring your backup gun. No matter if it's a Springer, it's still a backup gun. It works. That you know of.
Because sometimes your teammates will destroy your equipment.
How do you do that?
What's funny from my point of view, because he says it, Mason turns and looks to his left, but so does Esmond. He looks like you can almost see him through the screen. Oh, that's
good. More alcohol in that room.
Mason's trying to look at me through the wall.
That's good stuff.
Oh, man. I'm excited for the day we get to do the podcast live, like all together. That's gonna be awesome.
The anarchy.
You talking about with Houdini tomorrow?
No. I mean, like all of us in person.
Dude.
Oh.
It's possible. Like that's what I'm kind of. That's what I was talking about earlier when I said something about your garage.
Or even that little building I got that we practice on.
I can do it. I'd have to bring my laptop, but it's not easy to do on my laptop, being my screen is cracked. Is why I have two other monitors.
Casey, if you play with your spring shotgun this weekend, I'll give you $1. That's that right there. If I see you get a kill, oh man, that'd be beautiful.
Don't sleep on that shotgun, bro.
Don't sleep on Casey with that shotgun.
I was going to say, that's very possible.
I mean, that thing shoots like 150 feet.
Far enough.
Yeah, he's got the soundboard. All right, but we'll have to plan that. That would be awesome if we could do that. Set up Steve's GoPro, even if we had to pre-record it and not do it live.
That's what I was gonna say. It'd be easy to do pre-recorded, but doing it live would be the. That
would be awesome if we could.
It can be done.
Well,
wait. Another thing
what else do we got to discuss?
Somebody asked me on my channel is BB weight in a tournament.
We've been talking about this.
This is a big controversial topic amongst PBZ.
It has been. It really has been. All right. So you know what? I'm gonna let somebody else go since I asked the question.
It kind of depends on what bucking you have too, though. Like if you have an R hop, you're not gonna be using .2s.
Oof.
Ruh-roh, Raggy.
No,
That's
but
what I'm saying.
the conversation about the BB weight is regarding your FPS with your BB weight. So it's such short distances and no outdoor factors applying. Hang on. Houdini said one thing I seen y'all do last tournament. One games you had the round like 3-1, and 3 pushed, and 2 of the 3 got hit on the push. Keep 1 back as an anchor and don't. Yeah, that's extremely important.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like we were saying earlier, Houdini. You know, decision making and you know, playing the flag, playing back. You know, you don't all have to sweep. You know, don't sweep unless you got the clear shot to do it. You know, don't waste it.
That's one of the scrims. I don't think I swept one time in the scrims. I just stayed back.
Yeah. I think playing the more defensive role is always almost going to be the better play. I mean, if you like the only person I can see almost all the time doing a sweep is the snake player if they get up there. You know, you don't have to do a sweep to win the round. Get the flag and have the most people alive, or have one person alive. It doesn't matter. You know, we can take the clock to 3 minutes. You don't have to win by killing everybody.
It just looks good on camera.
Yeah.
And it feels
But
good.
back to the BB weight. So the conversation is talking about how, you know, most of the time in outdoor you want to shoot a heavier weight, so the external factors like wind and such don't affect your travel of your BBs. But indoors on 150 foot at max wall to wall, or maybe even 100 foot wall to wall, I mean, your hop isn't going to be that much affected. I mean, after your adjustments, obviously, the performance of your gun isn't going to be, at least personally, I don't think, too farly affected based on your BB weight, and you get a higher FPS. So your BBs are going to travel to the target faster, especially on breakout shooting. That's been the big talking point between me, Steve, and Esmond. You know, a 2.8 versus a 2.0 at the same jewel rating is almost 50 FPS faster, which is a lot.
What were you using in the scrims? Were you using 2.8s?
I think we were all using 2.8s there in the
Yeah,
scrims.
that's what we had.
Yeah,
Oh,
we
I
shoot
had
I was gonna say there was
know
one
that.
breakout. There was one breakout. I got hit before I even got like halfway to the Dorito. I was like, how am I already hit? I was salty about that one.
Yeah. Nah,
I'm used to
Definitely
using
change it.
heavier weight. I'm used to. So, like, naturally, it's just like, I don't know, like you said, the external factors, ACS or outdoors, period. I'm using, you know, 3s is my favorite, or 3.2s, because, one, I know the wind's not going to affect it much. My grouping's closer. Not to mention, I can actually get through brush or a tree limb or something like, you know, just leaves. It'll actually punch through it easier. Inside, like you
You
said, without
cut out
any
all that.
factors, no wind, no nothing. Hell, I don't even turn my hop up real tight. I just, because I'm closer, I'm a lot closer, so I'm not worried about actually getting that little extra lift. It doesn't bother me a bit. I mean, I'm, 10 yards, 15 yards from the average person sitting there shooting. I don't need a whole lot of hop. If I get my hands on them, I'm shooting 2.0s. Straight up. Because if I get them there faster, I'm going to. But 2.5s have to work, but I may end up shooting 2.8s. Use 4.9 BBs at 300 feet.
The max is 2.8s.
Hey.
Yeah.
I'm down for using 2.5s. I think 2.8s is a little ridiculous. I need to quit using 2.8s. I want to try the 2.0s, give them a shot, you know, just because. But, you know, the thing is we don't need to get too used to that, because if the United States, or excuse me, the global SpeedQB rules adjust to the European ones, the European rules require all players to use 2.5s. So
2.5 is a good number. It really is. I mean, hell, I've shot 2.5s a lot at ACS.
Yep.
I mean, but outdoors, I usually go for a 2.8, 3.2s. Just depends on how windy it is that day when I show up, depending on what I'm going to get.
you know.
Casey said .12s.
There was
Man,
somebody at Nashville using those, man.
There was.
yeah,
I've
they
seen
were
the model.
shooting brown .12s.
They were getting there quick.
I've seen some of the green ones sweeping up.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
that was
I'm packing the green ones around for the grenades, though. I leave my trail of green BBs. Don't you worry about me. Outdoor, no less than 2.8. Totally agree. I shoot 2.8s, 3.0s, or 3.2s whenever I play outdoor. I have shot 2.5s in the past whenever I first started.
How many of those
Never
grades
again.
did Josh give us? Like
Josh gave us like
100,000?
no, it's 50,000, I think.
Yeah, it was a stupid amount of
.12s.
.12s.
Casey
all
says, so is there a pro league in Europe? Europe is farther ahead than the rest of the world in getting speed QB. They have like actual good coverage where they have, overlays, teams, rosters, coaches, stuff like that. But yeah, Europe is a lot farther ahead than everybody else because they require everybody to have the Gorilla FCU. Everybody shoots 2.5s. Everybody has a tracer, has to shoot tracer BBs. No auto strobe flashlights. Like, there's all kinds of extra rules.
And another thing in Europe, before you can even purchase an airsoft gun, right here, airsoft gun, kid in the U.S. can buy one at what, 12, 13, something like that. Kid in Europe, you have to be 18 before you can even
Really?
purchase air. Yes.
I didn't know that.
Yes, you have to be 18 before you can buy an airsoft gun. So that makes the league that much more competitive because
Right.
if you can only be 18 to purchase one, that's all you got.
Yeah, I think some of the teams have coaches, Casey. I don't know if it's a frequent thing, but they even have like specified team captains and stuff. But yeah, it's a lot farther along in Europe than it is in the States, and that's mainly because
Yeah,
they
we're
have
on live thing.
they have the Real Strike Arena, which is pretty
Legit.
awesome layout field. If you get the chance, Casey, look up the Real Strike Arena and watch some
It is legit.
watch some footage.
But yeah, I didn't know that either until I watched a few of Emo's videos, and then I looked up on Real Strike Arena's videos, and because I was kind of curious about how they, specify their groups and everything in Europe, and yet literally at the bottom it says to purchase an airsoft gun you have to be 18. Have to be 18.
Crazy.
It's like even a parent can't go out and buy their kid an airsoft gun and give it to them. Like they give it no loophole for a kid to own an airsoft gun.
Or
It's a
so every-
tournament.
So
some kids don't. Need
that's true. But like you gotta think. Shoot, you take that out. I mean,
Half of ACS player base is gone.
yeah. I was just say like 99% of the teams in the U.S. I'm not gonna say 99, but like a majority of the teams in the U.S. would take a devastating hit because
Yeah, I
can't
know.
play. I would be able to play.
Yeah, I was
Yeah,
gonna say,
like-
Bobby, you'd be out for a minute.
like
Well, I mean,
like
Team B would lose Bobby, Josh, and Lucas.
all in one hit, and not only that.
What do you mean?
Compare it. All right, you got an 18-year-old, technically full grown. That would be a fully grown adult. Compare it to a 13-year-old who's a lot smaller, scrawnier, and harder to hit.
I would say that about Lucas.
Yeah, but
I'm just average.
the other thing is not a huge impact, but the Real Strike Arena does have a lot larger pieces of cover, as everybody is over 18.
And think about it. You put a 12-year-old or a 13-year-old who knows how to shoot a pistol behind one of those.
And Rex.
Yeah,
Yeah.
thanks.
Like, I'm just saying, like TJ, for instance.
TJ, Rex.
I mean, they would have a literal playground. They would literally be able to walk behind all this coverage and not get shot, or
I'm
be
pretty
seen
sure-
really.
I'm pretty sure Rex can stand up straight behind Castle now that I think about it.
Oh yeah, he definitely could.
Yeah, like
Oh yeah,
Or not Castle.
He's under 5 foot. He's 5 foot tall.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking it was. Just guessing.
Casey said Lucas went from 4 foot nothing to Shaq height in a year. Yeah, you right. He really did.
He really did. But so, I guess with that perspective, it helps, but it hurts at the same time because where you would have two front players who might be, let's say, 13, and they're smaller shit. Now, one person's going to Snake, one person's going to Castle. We know how big those are, and we know how hard it would be to get somebody off of those two if they were 13 and that small.
Oh, there's a reason Josh excels so much in Snake. And Josh is tiny.
Yes.
Braden, too.
But Braden's over 18. And we can't fault him for that. We love our short little Braden.
That's right.
We do.
Manlet.
Gotta love him. Yeah, literally more teams will require midgets. You realize that, right? You realize that, right? That would be the only person above
Midget
18 that would
league.
qualify. It really would. I'm saying, like, at that point, you would want a midget on your team, and then it's legit. Like, now midgets are the number one thing in the CQB.
And we go out there and get spanked by them.
Yeah. And I tell you what, you start using that mid-X like a Dorito, and we gonna have problems.
Imagine if all the cover was as tall as Doritos.
God, if mid-X was that tall, that would be hilarious.
Imagine
just
if all
like
of them were as tall as home.
it's just a field of porta potties. Could you imagine?
Really, that's all it is. That would all it be.
You could hide around so much. You'd be in the middle of the field, nobody would know it as you just turn around it as they scoop around.
The back line would be garbage.
Houdini says M&R has a kid like that, super small. Yeah, M&R Shorty.
Yeah.
Yep. He plays that castle standing straight up.
Pretty sure that's what TJ's playing. Yeah, TJ could stand up behind that thing, standing up too.
Yeah, TJ's probably gonna be able to do it just fine.
Can just be standing up there, chilling.
Yeah, I mean, that's. I mean, for against us, it hurts, but for another team, it works because they're literally hiding, standing up. You talk about how hard it is for you to stand up behind Castle without getting shot, foot, ankle back, something like that.
Yeah,
you just tucked in there, standing.
I'm hoping after this first tournament, PKC realizes they need to practice a lot.
He said, "Hey fool, I run Snake."
Who said that?
Houdini.
Hey,
we ain't calling you a midget, bro.
Yeah, I'm gonna say this out of complete respect and love. I am 20. I don't know exactly your age.
You calling me a midget?
I'm older than you, so we'll just leave that out there. I couldn't run Snake freely like that.
Oh, you crawled up it in scrims, and it was a terrible idea.
yeah, you crawled up there in general. Your butt was hanging up about 2 inches above all the fucking cover.
I'm 6'3", guys. I'm sorry. I can't. Snake isn't meant for me. You know what? Snake is a last resort situation for me. If I gotta go to Snake, it's bad.
Home is the only resort for you.
Home and Doritos. I can play Doritos. I gotta shrug a little bit, but I can play Doritos.
With a GoPro, it's getting shot for sure.
That's why I gotta shrug. The GoPro is the shuggers. If I didn't have the GoPro on, I'll be cool.
I don't even think I'm gonna wear mine this weekend.
I'm not during tournament. Scrimmage, I will, and I may record a little bit.
I might gun mount it if my gun mount works all right, but
Houdini say, "Yep, okay, cool." I'm glad we're okay with that.
Well, we gotta save some content for tomorrow for whenever we've got our special guest call sign Houdini on the cast. So we're running it right about an hour and 15 minutes. So I think we could probably wrap this up if you guys are cool with that. So yeah, without further ado, it has been a pleasure having all of you here with us tonight, and those who watched the recorded version. Thanks for tuning in to another episode of the PBZ podcast, and we'll catch y'all tomorrow at 7 o'clock with special guest Houdini.